Stop hiding behind your social image. Hello, I'm Ranjan Kumar, founder of Mystic Fusion International and authentic self-leadership coach. Of all these authentic self-leadership videos that I have been sharing with you, this new series is something that I want to share, which is going to help you understand what's actually stopping you, preventing you from being who you truly are. This is all about that psychological barrier which prevents you from being who you truly are. And one such element is your social image. When was the last time somebody said, you are a teacher, so you should behave like this. You are a trainer, so you should speak like this. You are a coach, so you should speak like this. You are an advocate, so this is how you should deal. And a number of times you might also have thought that, I'm so and so, and because I'm so and so, I should stand like this, I should sit like this, I should make these kinds of gestures, this should be my language, this should be the way I deal with my friends, this is how I should think, this is how I should behave, this is how I should react, and this is how probably I should respond to everything that's happening in my life. A number of times social image is something that becomes our point of reference, and this point of reference becomes so crucial that you want to choose something and you want to decide something based upon who you are from a social image point of view, forgetting that your social image is actually a byproduct of a certain element which I want to discuss in this video. Let's even go beneath this to the concept of self. The very concept of self has three elements out of which you create this identity called social image. And the first element is who you believe you are. The second element is what others believe about you. And the third element is what you believe about what others believe about you. Now, these three elements put together become your identity, source of identity. And the identity that you start projecting on the external world, on the society or your family or everything outside, is actually rooted in these three elements. Who you think you are, and what others believe about you, and what you think about what others believe about you. Based on this identity, you then slowly develop a mindset, a certain mindset. And based on that certain mindset that you slowly develop as you grow in a certain family, in a certain society, you develop a certain kind of behavior. And then this behavior that you've developed, which you are exhibiting to the world outside with your family or your colleagues or your friends, this behavior is rooted actually in the mindset, which again is rooted in the identity, which again is rooted in these three elements. Now, this behavior makes you take a certain kind of action, and you decide how you should behave in a certain situation. You decide what to do and what not to do. You decide what kind of choices to be made. You decide what kind of decisions to go with, and then you get results. So the results that whether you are happy with or you are not happy with, are actually rooted in the action steps that you took earlier. But those actions were emerging out of the behavior that you were exhibiting in the form of your habits or your disposition and the way you dealt with situations and people around. But this behavior again was rooted in the mindset, which is founded upon the identity which you believe is true. Now, unless we understand this whole network of things that we are operating from, we get stuck in the social image part. Now, what is social image, and what happens when you start hiding behind your social image? Your social image is just one part of those three elements. I said there are three elements which help you create an identity around yourself. And these three elements have what you think you are, what others think you are, and what you think about what others think about you. And in most situations, your social image is just more influenced by what you think about what others think about you, or a little of what others think about you. But imagine if you're so obsessed about your social image, then probably right from first moment when you wake up to the last moment when you retire to bed, your life would be something like this. I have to smile like this. I have to stand like this. I have to behave like this. I have to speak like this. Why? Because this is who I am. I am an advocate, so I have to behave like this. I am a teacher, so I have to speak like this. I am a trainer, so I have to eat like this. I am a coach, so I have to behave like this. But if you look within, you will agree with me that this still is a fabricated behavior that you are imposing upon yourself. How long do you think you can be true to your own self, which is something deeper, which is actually something which is accepting or allowing your identity to exist in the first place? You are not what you think you are. You are not what others think about you. And you are even not what you think about what others think about you. You are the one who thinks. This is something fundamental. You're not something that's happening on the outside. You are not your mindset. You are not your behavior. You are not the action steps that you take. You are not even the results that you are creating. You are the one who allows all these things to exist. You are the one who conceived this very idea of I. And this is so deep. And unless you understand that I am something deeper, which is actually projecting or allowing the concept, the identity to exist, the social identity to exist, probably it's very easy to get entrapped in the idea of I that the world has created for you. Even as you were growing, your mom might have told you, this is who you are. This is who we are. This is who our cultural background is. This is our race. This is our community. So this is how we should behave. This is how we should think. And this is how we should focus on. These are the results that we should focus on. And gradually, as we grew up, we started allowing more of that upon ourselves, forgetting that we are not the identity that was imposed upon us. We are actually the one who allows space for this identity. And unless you understand that it's not necessary for anybody to get stuck in the pretension of being somebody who the world likes or dislikes. It's not necessary that you allow your social image to prevent your communion with your own self. It's not at all necessary that you hide behind your social image only to be appreciated by the world outside. And once that starts happening, you start living an authentic life. You start being true to who you actually are, and you start becoming an authentic self-leader. Authentic self-leadership is all about being true to who you are. Authentic self-leadership is all about letting space for your own self to emerge. And authentic self-leadership is all about creating results which are in harmony with your authentic self, and which has nothing to do with what others think about you or what you think about what others think about you. And if you truly want to experience freedom, freedom from your own perception about yourself, freedom from others' perception about yourself, and freedom from your perception about others' perception about you, imagine this. You will have a blast, an explosion of freedom that will just let you be more of who you are. And you will be a reminder for everybody else. You will be a source of inspiration for everybody else around you, promoting more of authenticity and more of authentic self-leadership. And that is something like a rebirth. If you want to really experience who you truly are, probably you should stop hiding behind your social image and understand that you are actually the one who lets this social image exist in the first place. You can still enjoy that. Your social image can still be a choice, but it needn't be something that binds you. It needn't be something that blocks you. It needn't be something that prevents you from being who you truly are. And that's the first step to becoming an authentic self-leader. Try this and let me know. Love you.